At the shooting guard position,
welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Duke It. And here's a look at the power rankings. Now that we've gotten into February, plenty of data to considering to go on. They've hit a little bit of a skid here, playing right around the league average now.
And when you look at Utah, they have... have been very competitive, maybe a little up and down, but it looked like they were figuring things out. They need to recapture that energy.
So with Cousins on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. John Morant, he's out there with Moncrief. Then there's Havlicek, and it's Gilmore in at the 5. And for the Jazz, they've got Tracy McGrady. Andre Drummond is out there with Carlos Boozer. And it's Rose, and it's Wallace in at the small forward position. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Back to Morant. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, I think John Joy's taunting them a little bit like this by answering their
Rose looking around. Inside. It's tipped. Here's Drummond. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
That's his first
And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning it.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
And both free throws good for Drummond.
Well, he's one of the best rebounders we've ever seen. Drummond controls the defensive glass, and at the other end, he creates second-chance opportunities.
Now here is Moncrief. And it's Havlicek missing. Here's Wallace. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
Pass to Beck. McGrady against Moncrief. Sinks the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
And Rose not always focused on creating contact, but with his physical gifts, a lot of times he leaves the defense no choice.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good.
And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
And the second free throw, good. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Caught up with Will Hardy a few minutes ago. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Into the lane. McGrady kicks to Drummond. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Morant outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
McGrady outside. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Beck. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the Mavericks, Byron Beck. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem. Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Mavericks leading by 3. Floats one up. Moncrief's shot is off. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Utah Jazz. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season. Great positioning on the putback.
There on the offensive glass.
Morant against Rose. Here's Beck. 17 points in his last outing. And it's Morant missing. Outside Rose. Boozer a screen on Havlicek. Here's Rose. And finished off by Rose.
And one of the all-time high risers at the point guard position, Derrick Rose can still throw it down.
Sidney Moncrief on the wing. McGrady covering. Here's Moncrief. He can't get that one to fall. Good tee by Boozer. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Wallace dishes to Rose. Here's McGrady. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. The Mavericks, number 1.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Mavericks trail by 4. Morant with it. 5 points in the game. Now here is Moncrief. Count that one. Moncrief's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Here's McGrady. Back to Boozer. Jazz passing it around. Rose, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Beck. John Havlicek on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. A different look for Utah. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Drummond. And Banchero's subbed in for Boozer. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Mavericks. Rodman comes in for Havlicek. And Rose drops them both. 1:52 left here in the first quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Rodman with the ball, and it's Wallace picking him up. Cousins with a screen for Morant. Down low. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And Morant's got the ball here for Dallas. 6-point game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Utah. And Dallas also making a switch. Mirovic, he's checked in for Moncrief. From outside the arc, the shot by Beck is no good. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Well, when it's all said and done, their offense just wasn't enough. They needed more on that end.
Here's Beck. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, Morant is just a force of nature. Exceedingly difficult to guard him without fouling.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Ja Morant. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, the word dynamic really only scratches the surface with Ja Morant. The way he moves, his speed, it's all just on another level.
Both good from the line that time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Maravich against McGrady. Chandler with the screen on Maravich. That one from long range. McGrady's got 8 points.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Jazz. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Mavericks trail by 7. On the floor for Dallas, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Morant is out there with Maravich. And it's Dennis Rodman. And it's Beck in at the power forward position.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Rose. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Banchero outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year. And on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Rose passes to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Rodman with a screen on Rose. Now, here's Morant for 3. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kicks it out to Banchero. Thompson, a screen on Rodman. Banchero dishes to Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got the lead up to 11 now for Utah.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Let's see what we got. Oh, sit down.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Brown comes in for Morant. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Now Maravich. Nothing on the board. Rodman kicks to Maravich. Dallas, no good that time either.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Jazz lead by 14. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando, was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
And here's Banchero following Pete Maravich's three. Banchero kicks to Smart. Banchero with the screen from past the arc. Smart misses. Mavericks trail by 11. Outside Maravich. Ingram outside. Pass to Maravich. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's on Asar Thompson. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Dallas making a switch here.
At the line for the Mavericks, Pete Maravich, shooting one.
Dan, I look at your list of players you've coached, some incredible scores along the way, including Brandon Ingram. Let's zero in on him. What makes him so good?
Well, Kevin, look, when you've got Brandon Ingram's size and then you have the ability to get where you want to go on the floor and you can just get to that spot and rise up above people and knock down shots, you're virtually impossible to stop one-on-one, and that's what Brandon Ingram has.
What a talent. Utah leading by 9 to the middle. Here's Greer. And here's Smart to the inside. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Here they go. Your Utah Jazz is...
He's checked in for Dallas. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. Second, the Mavericks.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Mavericks trail by 11. Outside, Maravich. Brown wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Banchero against Ingram. In the corner, Smart with it. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Jazz lead by 11.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Brown the pass to Maravich. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebound, Utah. Chandler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Banchero. Lays it up and banks it in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Havlicek. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Gilmore. Chandler with the steal. And now Utah, fast break. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Thursday, they head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, it's one that I'm excited for. A couple of teams that play exciting basketball meeting up early in the season.
And he makes the first. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
He hits both from the stripe. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
I now have send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But, Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect. The guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Now Maravich, after Marcus Smart missing on that last three-pointer. Havlicek outside. Over Thompson, and that one's good from Havlicek.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Smart against Brown. Smart with the ball. To the paint. Here's Banchero. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the middle, here's Havlicek, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, and among the many things to like about Hondo, he is strictly about the team. Willing to take on any role. He just wants to win.
And the first one drops for the Jazz. Andre Drummond's checked in for Chandler. Boozer comes in for Banchero. And it's Wallace in for Asar Thompson. Both free throws good from Havlicek.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been in the second quarter.
Now here's Boozer. No scoring in this one. Morant against Smart. From the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Beck's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And that three-point shot has really evolved for Ja, becoming a bigger part of his game.
Now here's Smart. Pass to Drummond to the left wing. Here's Greer. Mirovic defending. Elbow shot. And it's Greer missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And so it's Utah, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, you are right. Give it up for the participants.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Utah Jazz.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2 in the place to be. Most definitely, they seize the paint like a MIC. Me and Ernie and Kenny.
Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up in the Western Conference.
And taking a look at Utah, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on them. Oh, sorry about that. They have the talent to kick it into high gear and right down the stretch.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Mavericks trail by 12. We've got Wallace. Carlos Boozer out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Rose in at the point. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Havlicek's got it back down to single digits for the Mavs.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Wallace kicks to Rose. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Drummond sets the screen for Rose. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Rose.
Threading the needle there effortlessly. Rose, truly a pro when it comes to running that pick and roll.
Morant scanning the floor. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
McGrady kicks to Boozer. Pass to Drummond. Here's McGrady. 14 feet away. Wallace misses. Mavericks trail by 9. You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Coming out to the floor, the Jazz High Squad.
Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. The Jazz, number 1.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Left side Rose. McGrady outside. The Jazz again can't hit it. Mavericks trail by 7. Now here's Moncrief. 7 points in the game. Here's Morant. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Here's Drummond, and he gets the bucket. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
Pass to Beck. Boozer with the defensive effort.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Rose dishes to McGrady. Back to Rose. And he tried.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
And defensively, you've got to play Rose for the drive. You let him get to the rim, and he'll throw it down on your head.
Here's Moncrief. Another shot. It's deflected. McGrady against Moncrief. Now McGrady. He's got 8. Wallace down low. Guarded by Morant. And there's Gerald Wallace on the assist from Carlos Boozer.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Pass to Havlicek and stolen by Wallace. Lays it in off the breakaway. Wallace has got 9 points.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Boozer passes to McGrady. Now here's Wallace, covered by Havlicek. Here's Boozer. It's tipped. Second chance shot. Beck with the rebound. Beck's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Boozer, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Rose. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The first overall pick, and Stan, we had seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Get out once again for
Here's Ingram. Still scoreless. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Brown. Over Greer. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
To the inside. Drummond. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Moncrief kicks to Rodman. Back to Moncrief. Brown outside. It's Drummond with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's rebounded by Dallas. Ingram dishes to Brown. Makes it off the glass. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
The 19-foot shot, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Pass to Greer. Down low, here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Mavericks trail by 12. Brown feeling it out a bit. 14 feet away. No good off the front iron. Utah has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
The Jazz making a switch here. Chandler's checked in.
Tyson Chandler.
1:12 left in the third. Pass to Banchero. That one good for 2. Banchero's got 8 points.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Up top, Brown. Guarded by Smart. Now Ingram.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Greer passes to Banchero. Bobbed up there for Chandler. And stolen by Cousins. And the call will be against Gerald Waltz. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
Smart against Brown. High post Cousins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, for his position, DeMarcus Cousins has a great build, capable of being a physical big man, but also pretty agile for his size and able to adapt to his opponent.
The first one falls.
As fearless and physical as he is, Boogie gets to the line more than just about anyone.
He doesn't get the second one. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for Utah. 17 points was their biggest margin. Banchero, that's good.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Brown, no good. Banchero outside. With 1 on the clock. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Utah. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Rodman on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Down out there with John Morant. Then there's Havlicek. And it's Beck in at the 4 spot. And that one's good. McGrady.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Brown outside. Pulls up on the wing. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Rose, no good. Mavericks trail by 15. Havlicek outside. Pass to Beck. He gets that one.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now here's Boozer. Here's McGrady. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Havlicek kicks to Morant. Here's Gilmore. Pass to Beck. 4 on the clock. Chandler with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Andre Drummond's checked in for Chandler. And Dallas with a change here too. Maravich, he's checked in for Brown. Jazz leading by 13. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Cuts off the pass. Morant outside. Over McGrady. And it's Morant missing. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Boozer passes to Rose. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Jazz lead by 16.
A sound decision maker with a reliable jump shot. Rose is more than comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
Maravich kicks to Havlicek. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And stolen by Thompson. Right wing from deep. Rose. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Rose has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Jazz. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for Utah.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Wow, this shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And Rose, an explosive scorer, but he's always been a very capable passer at the point.
The dive for the ball. It's stolen by Rose. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break, and he dunks it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
That one goes in.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Jazz leading by 18. Outside Boozer. Back to Rose. Here's McGrady. Traps in the tray. McGrady's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Havlicek outside. Here's Beck. He's covered by Boozer. Fires from deep. It's good from long range.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Thompson outside. McGrady against Maravich. Inside. Here's Rose. Shoots over Havlicek. Shot left block. That misses off the backboard. Mavericks trailed by 18. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Rose dishes to Boozer. Tracy McGrady on the wing. Maravich defending. Thompson misses. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul at the game. Wallace is checked in for Utah. Marcus Smart comes in for Rose. Moncrief, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Beck. He's covered by Boozer and stolen by Drummond. Smart against Morant. Here's Wallace. Oh, that's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Brown is checked in for John Morant. Smart passes to Wallace. Here's McGrady. The offensive rebound. Stripped away. Driving in. Offensive rebound. And he comes up with the deuce.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
And here's Smart. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Nice ball movement by Utah. A fadeaway, and the basket is good. And the Jazz lead by 16.
Yeah, some offensive diversification for Smart there.
Gets it to go. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Utah has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Outside Boozer. Smart puts the pick in for Boozer. Back to McGrady. 5-hand foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, that's a big body to mess with. Drummond's a handful.
For the Jazz, Andre Drummond taking 2 shots.
That one is off. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Because we want to see the finish, don't we? You want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where
their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Utah.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Rose.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tracy McGrady.